Hello, and welcome back to the Encompass Show, the space where purpose meets wealth and wealth becomes a tool for legacy. I'm your host, Sandra Camacho, and today we are talking about your investment, your impact, how vision transforms wealth in the digital age. Let me ask you something. What if wealth wasn't just about what you have, but about what you activate? Every dollar, every decision, every aligned action, it all sends out ripples. And today, we are talking about how those ripples become impact. Because in this new digital age, the meaning of wealth is transforming, and so are we. Here is the truth. We are living in one of the fastest, most complex transitions humanity has ever faced. We are experiencing artificial intelligence, automation, and digital changes are rewriting how we live, work, and invest. And yet, too often, wealth is still measured only by numbers in a bank account. The challenge is this. If we don't realign wealth with vision and values, we risk building something empty, wealth without soul. And we already seen the results of this disconnect. A climate in crisis, inequalities that keep widening, and communities struggling to survive. But the good news? We are not powerless. The moment we shift how we invest, we shift the story we are writing for the future. And here is a fact. 90% of the world's data was created in just the last 2 years. That's how fast things are changing. And by 2030, AI is expected to add 29 trillion to the global economy. But let's pause here. Numbers are only half of the story. The question isn't just how much wealth is being created. The question is, what kind of wealth are we creating? And the answer lies in alignment. When our vision meets our values, wealth becomes more than accumulation. It becomes activation. And I want to share a story that fills me with hope. In Colombia, there is a community called Gaviotas. They began with a vision, a sustainable, self-sufficient way of living. Instead of chasing short-term gain, they invested in renewable energy, reforestation, and well-being for the people. The result? Thousands of acres of forest has been restored. They start to produce clean water and energy for families, and a thriving community that becomes a global model of sustainability. That's the power of wealth aligned with purpose. And that's what happens when investments becomes impact. So let me ask you, what kind of ripple are your investments creating right now? If your money could speak, would it say it's aligned with your heart? And what legacy do you want to leave in this new digital age? If you are ready to lead change, stop waiting. Step into investments that move the needle. Imagine the inspiration you will spark when people see your wealth creating impact. And every consistent, aligned choice is a seed that grows into trust and stability. The evidence is clear. Purpose-driven investments are proving to be both ethical and profitable. So many of you are witnessing the processes we are living through. And during the time of COVID, it seems that it was a time that set a before and after. So we are shifting together. We can say that we are coming from an old wealth mindset experiencing accumulation, extraction, and disconnection. And we are entering into a new wealth, which is about activation, regeneration, and alignment. This isn't just an economic change. It's about transformation of consciousness. So let me ask you, are you ready to activate? You can take the next step with me today. You can join our co-funding circle, a space where vision and collective wealth comes together. Step into our purpose-driven movement. Be part of investments that truly matter. Or alternatively, you can book a one-on-one session with me. Let's design your wealth legacy. with clarity and intention. Because remember, true wealth is not what you hold, but what you activate. Thank you for tuning into the Encompass Show. Share this with someone who needs to hear this message, because your investment is your impact. And together, when we align vision, values, and purpose, we don't just build wealth, we create future worth living in. So let's start the ripple. I'm Sandra Camacho, and until next time, keep building wealth that aligns, serves, and sustains.